Welcome back into Victory Cast. I am Rob. That is Mr. Dave, down under Dave, that is, from Australia. What's going on?
Not much. Beautiful winter's day here. About 70 of your degrees. So,
winter in North Dakota and 70 could never be said in the same sentence.
Yeah, well, I feel sorry for you, of course. But I don't know.
All right, so fun story. A ways back, maybe a year ago now, me and the late, great brother Darren interviewed Mr. Danny Vaughn, the lead singer from Tyketto. Absolutely great interview. It is in the Music Channel archives. You can find it anywhere. Tyketto came along late to the game. I suppose early 90s. I'm not going to guarantee my memory for years. But hair metal was being pushed out the door by record companies and by MTV and everything else for grunge. But I and brother Darren agree to this day, in our opinion, and you can see another video we did with our favorite debut albums. This is the greatest debut album any band has done in any genre ever. Tyketto's don't come easy. So we did an interview. Danny Vaughn was so nice and courteous, and we had a great time talking with him. And Darren was really excited before he passed because the day before he passed, Tyketto was going to drop their new single. I've held off on this for the right time. So by now there are 3 singles from this album that we are going to do. So it's going to be a little longer for Victory Cast, but bands like Tyketto deserve as much time as possible. I've been on record. Danny Vaughn is probably my second favorite singer of all time, next to Paul Stanley. And I love a lot of great singers. Mike from Steelheart, Gary Sharon. But as far as a pure vocalist, Danny Vaughn is something special. And something special. And after these reactions, if Dave's got the time, I'm going to put some, other stuff up. One of them in particular for sure is Alive from recent days. And you're going to find out how great this man is all these years later. One of the most beautiful, pure rock voices I've ever heard. I know you don't know much about Tyketto other than you watched our interview, correct?
Correct, yeah. Obviously, I've heard you talk about them a fair bit on the channel. Like I said, don't really think they did much here. So, yeah, there wasn't a lot of exposure to them here. I'm interested to see what you've got because you talked it up a lot. A big call.
Here's just a side note, and this has nothing to do because I've held off. I have not listened to these songs other than the first 20 to 30 seconds just to make sure the recording audio was good, video was good. I've held off. So what I'm about to tell you has nothing to do with whether I'm going to like these or not. I'm not that kind of guy. Anybody who knows Victory Cast and knows me knows that I can love a band to death, but if they shit the bed, I'll say they shit the bed. But his wife Facebook personal messaged me last week, reaching out and, because she was aware through Facebook of, the losses I've suffered this year. And she was just checking in to make sure everything's okay. So that's what kind of people these, the Tyketto, Danny Vaughn, and God, I want to say her name is Melissa. I don't want to get it wrong, so give me a second. I'm terrible with freaking names.
I always forgets mine, so.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm froze, Dave, so you can keep talking.
No, you're not froze. I can see you. I see your lips moving.
All right. So let me double check. Yes, Melissa Vaughn. I was correct. Yes. Nailed it.
So I see they've been active since 1987.
Yeah. So they're both
active,
my
87,
point.
96, and then had a break for about 8 years.
my point of bringing it up is not to be Eddie Trunk pat myself on the back because I know someone's famous and his wife personally messaged me or any of this. It's to show you how down to earth and real these people are and what big hearts they have. They may not be on Kiss's level or AC/DC's level, but to remember fans' personal turmoil months later, that's incredible to me, especially her. I mean, she doesn't have to. She's not in the band. It just struck me as one of the coolest things that I've ever had happen to me. So with that, we're going to get to the first. I don't know the order these came out. I just pulled them up. So this
is like the first album they've had out in a decade.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them now, and I think they even have a lyric video, and I don't like to do lyric videos or visualizer videos if I can at all help it. So I grabbed the 3 actual music videos. This one's called We Rise from Tyketto.
Here I come. Don't run away.
I used to hit the rat race running, head down and moving fast, always trying to gain the upper hand. Now it's time to make some changes, maybe take a few steps back. I'm drawing fewer lines into the sand. We rise, we fall, but we give it our all. We fall, we rise, with hope in our eyes. When it's down to the wire, we'll walk through the fire. We rise, we fall, and we're gonna stand tall. We had lightning in a bottle, we had trouble on the ropes. We dared the world to do its worst. But change is always constant, no matter all our wants and hopes. There ain't no one that always comes in first. We rise, we fall, but we give it our all. We fall, we rise, with hope in our eyes. When it's down to the wire, we'll walk through the fire. We rise, we fall, and we're gonna stand tall.
All right. Before I go any further, this is a brand new album called Closer to the Sun in 2026. Of course, the legendary Danny Vaughn on vocals, Chris Childs on bass. If you recognize him, you are not. Don't change the channel. Don't rub your eyes. Don't see a shrink. That is the great, the one and only Johnny D on drums, the original drummer for Britney Fox, went on to do a lot of stuff with Dora Pesh. I had the pleasure of meeting Johnny D way back on the Boys in Heat tour when they opened for Joan Jett, and he was a super nice guy. We also got Harry Scott Elliott on guitar and Greg Rylance on keyboard. So We Rise from the brand new album Closer to the Sun. What do you think so far?
Yeah, it's got a nice melodic beat to it. I like the chorus. I've just actually been trying to read a little bit about the band as we're going, and I see they had is it Steve O'Gary who joined Journey as their vocalist at the beginning.
Yeah, didn't he take because after Strength in Numbers, their second album, they did another album, and I think Danny Vaughn, we talked to him about it in the interview, but my memory, binge drinking, old age. They did replace him. I did not care for that album at all because trying to replace Danny Vaughn would be trying to replace Paul Stanley. He just couldn't do it.
Yeah, so it looks like he just did the one album. He was there from 95, 96, and then went on and joined Journey. So I like it so far. Like I said, it's were they a hair metal band back in the day, or?
No, well, they were probably lumped in with hair metal, but this was, I want to say Strength in Numbers. You got the old internet machine in front of you. Yeah. Not Strength in Numbers. Don't Come Easy, their debut album. I believe that was 92, 91. Yeah. So I don't think hair metal was a thing anymore. I think most had started to transition more to the grunge. If someone would have gun to my head, I would say Tyketto was always and is just a pure rock band, like Journey, like Chicago, like Loverboy, like some of these bands where, because they were pretty boys with the hair, sure, they probably got lumped in with hair metal like everybody did, but like Cinderella, they looked hair metal, but they were a blues rock band, right? I mean, they had nothing to do with that hair metal sound. So I'm sure they got lumped in with it, but it was so close to the very bitter end, unfortunately, of hair metal that I just considered them a rock band trying to do their thing, man.
Yeah, well, I only asked because to me this is a very melodic rock.
Well, absolutely.
Whether or not
absolutely.
In that,
and what have we got? 91 to 2026. So what is that? 40 years? 30 years?
35 years.
35 years. Believe me when I tell you, people, this is the way he sounded 35 years ago. So, a lot of our favorite people, from Paul Stanley to Steven Tyler to, you pick your vocalists who've deteriorated with age. Danny Vaughn has simply defied all logic when it comes to his vocal ability. It's absolutely incredible. I'm loving it so far. This to me could fit right on Strength in Numbers. Not so much on Don't Come Easy, but this would fit on Strength in Numbers to me.
That makes me want to have to listen to the album now.
Those first two albums, man, gold. So here we go. Let's finish off We Rise. Oh my goodness. And to cap it off, they made it what I coined decades and decades ago a perfect 10, which is when all instruments cease except for the drum beat to the chorus. Just makes a song extra singable, extra memorable, and I am positive that Brother Darren is looking down saying, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I can guarantee Brother Scotty's going, bloody keyboard. Being a keyboard player, I'm all for the keyboard, by the way. I love the guitar solo too. It had what I like. It just followed the melody of the song. It was not too much. It just fit in really nicely, nice and tight. I love the chorus. And to me, it's actually very clever songwriting, even though, we rise, we fall, and then we fall, we rise. I like the way they've done that. Yeah,
and like you mentioned, such a classy, and that's Tyketto 101. You're not going to hear that showboat, look at me, how fast I can play guitar, even though it doesn't fit in the song. Everything about this band has always been melodic, beautiful music, even if it's a heavier song. I absolutely love Tyketto. I always have, and this song did not disappoint. This gets a B+ for me.
It's funny because I was just about to say it gets a B+ from me.
All right.
So far, it's my favorite of the night.
All right. Always dynamite dropping from down under Dave in Australia. All right, let's get to the next one. And this is called, I can't quite see it. Closer to, let me look. got the tab open. Closer to the Sun, the name, yeah, it's the title track. So here we go.
Have you seen her slipping through the crowd on silver beams? Smiling at this city makes me wonder if there's something I've yet to see. A little unsettled, a little out of time. I have felt her, willful as water running free. Makes me feel as if there's somewhere else I really need to be. Maybe an appointment that I missed, softened lips that I might have kissed, just a little touch of bliss. She knows, she goes where angels fall, closer to the sun. She flies, she rides above it all. She shines for everyone. She aches, she breaks my darkest days. When I come undone, she cries, she tries to bring me closer to the sun.
Okay, so you got me. A little trickery there. I just got done saying I don't usually do lyric videos or visualizers. I swear this said official video, but it is what it is. It's amazing. I just said Journey as a Tyketto type band. This reminds me a lot of the old Sherry solo Steve Perry stuff. And I say this about very few singers, and I think Steve Perry's the only one I'm on record that I would sing a phone book. And that's what I hear with Danny Vaughn. I don't think he could sing a bad song if he tried. This is a very, very relaxing, beautiful, laid-back Journey-esque ballad, or at least Steve Perry solo ballad, in my opinion. Dave.
Yeah, I must have, I wasn't overly sold on the verse to start with. I don't know whether it's because we listened to the other song first and they had a bit more going, but I really like the chorus. So the chorus really, to me delivered. And yeah, I can definitely hear that Journey sound to it. And I do like verses with just acoustic guitars playing. I just didn't sort of know where it was going to go, but I like where it went. So.
Yeah, I mean it's a not a letdown, a takedown. I mean, we had a nice upbeat song. Now we're kind of going to that mid tempo, not quite a ballad, but just that kind of mellow vibe. So, well, let's see where it goes.
As a wonder, the deeper I've looked, the more I found. The more I straighten up, the more I find I'm upside down. She never missed a beat. Hand to God, I saw her feet leave the ground and never made a sound. She knows, she goes where angels fall, closer to the sun. She flies, she rides above it all. She shines for everyone. She aches, she breaks my darkest days. When I come undone, she cries, she tries to bring me closer to the sun.
All right, before we get to any breakdown, I just want to click that second time hearing that chorus, man. That is "If You Only Had the Wings to Fly." Oh my goodness, that is just like Wings on Don't Come Easy, their debut album. Just his voice is so melodically beautiful. It's unfair. While I'm stuck here and sound like a toad choking on a mosquito, it's just not right. Let's finish it off.
She says that it's all in my head, those tragedies unspoken. She knows all the best things in life are a little bit broken. We're all just a little bit broken. There's a picture, an angel walking barefoot through the streets. I am captivated knowing that our eyes will never meet. And still her light will pierce my heart. Something stopped inside me, once again we'll start as I gently come apart. She knows, she goes where angels fall, closer to the sun. She flies, she rides above it all. She shines for everyone. She lives, she breaks my darkest days. When I'm older, she cries, she tries to bring me closer to the sun.
All right, Closer to the Sun. A little odd for me in that a title track is a mid ballad tempo song, but I come out of this. The chorus makes this song. As much as I love anything Danny Vaughn does to this day, the verses were a little okay. I need something special. And the chorus brought it every time.
Yeah, and we've had this discussion before when we hear songs that you get a great verse and then the chorus disappoints you so much that you almost forget the song.
Yes,
But
it's
it has
very
the opposite
important that
effect.
the core. If you're gonna only have one stand out, it should always be the chorus. That's what everybody sings along to.
Exactly right. And this one does that. Like I said, the first verse, didn't know where it was going. Loved the first chorus. And then the choruses got better as it went along as well. And
Yeah.
hearing those choruses, I just had visions of driving in a convertible along the coast with the top down on a sunny day. I don't know why, but that's what visualized in my head.
And that's kind of what they captured with the video, obviously not the driving aspect, but the beach, the sun, the scenery, just that being one with nature almost. It's his voice, man. I'm telling you, there is something magic, and it is absolutely one of the greatest crimes against humanity. Because I'm sorry, this band 10 out of 10 times is more talented, was always more talented. He is a better singer, was always a better singer than the likes of Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, some of these major, acts that are still selling out stadiums. This band was head and shoulders better, and apparently they still are, even though the casts have changed with the exception of the singer. In this case, no disrespect to any of the players. They're all phenomenal, especially that guitar player. Just a beautiful melodic tone that he's brought through two songs. But Danny Vaughn is an absolute rock god to me, and he's not disappointing all these years later.
Yeah, like I said, he seemed like a really nice guy when you did the interview with him.
Yeah.
This is hard. Because I'd almost say, because of the chorus,
Good.
I like this one better than the first one.
Okay, I'm going to let you go first because I was kind of teetering on my grade 2 at first, and then it changed drastically after the initial pause.
Yeah, so I gave the other one a B plus. So I'm gonna have to give this one an A minus because, like I said, the chorus is so strong that
I'm right there with you. That chorus put this over the edge for me.
as a whole, I think the other song is better. But
Yeah,
this one, that chorus is so good that it takes it.
yeah, it's so soothing. All right, so now we got the last new one that I'm going to play for you. This is called Higher Than High.
Hey, hey, hey! Now listen, turn off the conversation, take that phone and throw it into the sea. Break off communications, look inside yourself and start to breathe. In the space you can learn to heal. There is music that helps you feel higher than high, hands to the sky, feeling the earth fall away. Hearts will take wing when we all start to sing, and it makes me higher than high.
Wow, this one's got the funk right out of Stand Up, Get Down, Won't You Lay Your Body Down. And again, the chorus just stands above the rest. This is going well for me so far, Dave.
Yeah, this has definitely got a more old school feel about it. Yeah, that's going to be hard. Good to see the keyboardist is also a guitarist by the looks of it as well. So,
Multi-talented.
well, I mean, to me, obviously, a lot of modern songs have keyboards, and it was great when the keyboardist can come off and help, play a heavier song, by grabbing a guitar as well instead of just sitting at the keyboard going.
Yeah, well, and I do have to smile. I catch myself smiling every time there's a camera shot of Johnny D. I can't tell you, man. I love Brittany Fox so much. Probably top 5 bands of all time, especially with Dean Davidson, but even with Paris. That first Bite Down Hard album. Johnny D is such a treat to watch. I absolutely love him. If he ever sees this, or Danny, tell him I got to see Brittany Fox at Rock Timber 2-3 years ago. Just Billy Childs with a band of replacements. The singer did really well, but I was sorely missing Michael Kelly Smith on guitars and Johnny D on drums. But neither here nor there. That's Britney's loss is Tyketto's gain. So
I was going to say it's another band I'm not really familiar with either. So
yeah, I mean, if you like Cinderella and you like Kiss, and I say that, and Johnny D be the first to tell you, I'm sure, because Michael Kelly Smith said it as much. When they started Britney after leaving Cinderella, or being forced out of Cinderella, they realized real quick he could sing like Kiefer with the raspy, screams, but his regular tonal voice was almost identical to Paul Stanley. So that band, if you like those two bands, man, you're not going to be disappointed with Brittany Fox. Again, another band that was filled with ringers as musicians and two great singers. But this is about Tyketto, Mr. Danny Vaughn. I just wanted to give a shout out to Johnny D because he and Brittany Fox will always be huge, huge in my heart for music. So let's finish off Higher Than High.
When the beauty
You want to go first or should I?
No, you go first. I'll be interested to see where you put this one.
This is the best one. Out of two songs that were absolutely fantastic, this is Tyketto. This is Don't Come Easy. That chorus, the music, the drum beat, everything about this is the Tyketto I fell in love with. This is simply freaking amazing for me. So that's just me. I'm giving this an A+.
All right. So I mean, obviously, it's different for you because you have a history with the band. So this probably harks back for you to their earlier stuff. Obviously, I don't have that reference. I'm still going to put number 2 at number 1.
Okay.
But this is close behind. I really like this. And once again, great chorus, great vocals. Just as we were watching it, I was just reading up about Johnny D because you were talking about him a fair bit. So he was in Doro as well.
Yes. Yeah, I believe he moved over to Germany to do stuff with Doro, who I love. Doro, the absolute queen of metal. If you were going to crown someone, I suppose you'd have, Ozzy, the Prince of Darkness, being the king of metal. Maybe Rob Halford. But on the female side of things, of course, Joan Jett, the queen of rock. But as far as metal goes, Doro was about as legit as you got.
Yeah. No. So I'm going to put it number 2. What did I give the other one? An A-?
A-, yeah.
That makes it hard. It's somewhere like a B double plus.
Okay, double plus. It's a good problem to have. It's so hard for us to find one modern song that rates above a C, really, nowadays. To have 3, that you have to kind of tussle with to see what's higher between a B+ and an A+. That's a good problem to have. Well done, Danny and the boys. That was absolutely fantastic. Not a crapper in the bunch. All playlist worthy for me. And now I get to finally listen and get the new album that I, did some of these reactions. I do want to just play a video or two just so people can firmly understand how good he still is, because to me it is absolutely incredible what he can still do. So what I'm going to do is, this one is Wings, that I referenced this earlier with the song. It reminded me of the same chorus, structure. So this is Wings from Tyketto.
You say that love's a crime, that you can call me guilty one more time. And I'm crying, I feel anger, the night is taking you away. Finding the shears of a love and lock you away. You can never let it go.
All right, so that's circa 2017 Wings. then we're going to move it along and get a little bit more modern with the most beautiful, well-constructed, well-sung, well-written ballad of all time that shamefully never, out of putting it on back-to-back albums, got the recognition it should have had. You probably heard this one from my interview video, if not from Victory Cast's original reactions. This is called Standing Alone.
And none more so than, I think, for this next song, which, again, back to success. To me now, success is if you've written a song that people out in the world have taken into their homes and into their lives and made it part of their life, that's a success. And I'm very blessed with this one. We all are. And this is the one that I think has gotten the most mail and emails and stories, and it's all been right from the heart, and I thank you for it. The song is called Standing Alone. Staring out the window like I'm waiting for a change. As if I stayed long enough, I'd see it when it came. Use the book of numbers by the side of the telephone. Call up everyone I found, but didn't talk to no one. And the rain comes down as if it's trying to wash me away. And there ain't no romantic moving lines like they say. Like I got nowhere to go, standing alone. Like the day that I was born, had on my own. I believe this boy has grown, standing alone. Ain't no way to take them nowhere, every cheek's been turned. I can't show another side when every side's been burned. I am helpless, can't fight a raging heart. And I've got no use for being torn apart. And the world don't seem to have no use for me, 'cause you give it nothing, nothing isn't free. Standing alone, like I got nowhere to go. Standing alone, like the day that I was born, and on my own. I believe this boy has grown, standing alone.
Okay, so obviously we're looking at, 9-10 years ago, but honestly, I should have downloaded them and I didn't. Mr. Vaughn, salt and pepper hair like the rest of us. Nowadays, circa 2025, believe me when I tell you, he sounds the same. And this is 100% live. There are no backtracks here. There are no special effects. There is nothing to fill out that sound. That is just his amazing voice and those amazing musicians. I just wanted to give you a sample for those who maybe don't know about Tyketto and you made it this long through the video. You need to check this band out.
Well, I'm going to change my answer too. So that's my favorite song of the night.
Standing Alone is pretty much anybody's favorite song who's ever heard Tyketto ever. That is the criminal thing. I believe I asked Danny about this in the interview. I don't remember. I should have went back and watched it before I ran my mouth on this. But they put that on their next album, Don't Come Easy, or after Don't Come Easy, Strength in Numbers. They put it on there again. They added a couple of little nuances to it with some earlier backing, vocals. Because I had to think they knew this should have been a number one hit. I don't care. Home Sweet Home, Every Rose Has its Thorn. When you look into my eyes, you pick anything in that genre, that era. There is no ballad by any band in the rock metal scene from the 70s through today that can touch this song. So they did it again. Hopefully, that it would get, I don't know if it was Danny's choice, it was the label's choice. You have to look into that. And unfortunately, I don't remember the conversation. It is that damn good. You will never find a ballad that is more complete, more, I don't even know how to describe it, man. It's otherworldly. And if you think it's good live, as great as he does it live, listen to it and listen to both versions. Listen to, I believe it's the original version on Don't Come Easy. And then I think it's called like Standing Alone 92 or something like that. There's a little caveat at the end, that came on Strength and Numbers, their second album. They're very much the same song, but there's a couple nuances that you can definitely hear. I prefer actually the second one because I like all that background singing. I think that just adds to the fullness of the sound, but both are amazing. I would never be able to pick a Tyketto song over that song. The closest, in fact, I would come is End of Summer Days.
White Lion
That's another ballad. What's that?
White Lion did that with one of their songs, didn't they? Re-released that.
Yes, they did that with Broken Heart.
Yeah, that was a good song.
There was their very first album that nobody knew about really outside of, I suppose, Denmark or wherever they were originally from. And that didn't really become a thing until after Pride broke. And then they did Broken Heart on the following album, I believe. I don't remember how it worked, but yes, there are two different versions. And those, though, with White Lion, those are kind of really different versions with White Lion.
We've had this argument before, unfortunately. If, we used to say Kiss had as many good songs in the 80s as Bon Jovi had, but, for whatever reason, and I always said if Bon Jovi had released those Kiss songs, did nothing different to them, just sang them the way they were, they would have been big hits. And you've no doubt, if Bon Jovi had sung this song, massive hit.
Absolutely. And it's with anything where the industry can play favorites, right? It's with acting. I mean, let's say Brad Pitt. I love Brad Pitt. He's a great actor. I love pretty much anything I've ever seen him in. But you could easily say, someone who is a B-list actor, who's a good actor, but just never broke through. If he would have been cast in Brad Pitt's part, in Ocean's 11 or, whatever, it had probably been, overlooked. But the name recognition in the industries matter. And unfair as it is, because that's one thing me and Darren always had in common. As much as we loved Rat, Motley Crue, Rat, he didn't love Motley Crue, but I did. But Rat, Poison, Kicks, Cinderella, all of the name people, our favorite bands were Lillian Axe, Tyketto, Victory. I mean, these bands that most people would have never, ever heard of outside of, diehard headbanger ball watchers, because they certainly were never on the radio. Very few, maybe in their local, realm where they were from. So many better bands than the original core hair metal, if you want to call it hair metal bands, came out in the late 80s, early 90s that could Heaven's Edge. Some of these bands that could sing and play circles around these legends. It's all timing. It's all who your label is. Unfortunately, it just is the way it is in pretty much any celebrity market.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of bands that I follow and like that nobody I know, other than a couple of my friends, because we listen to the same stuff, no one knows who they are. And in some ways, I like that. Having that niche that about, no one else knows about,
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, I'm getting this, you all miss out, but I'm getting this, and I'm closer to this music now because of that, rather than it's just a music for the masses. And but obviously as an artist, you've got to survive as well. And
That's just it. I mean, to me,
The
bands like
industry pushes what they want to push.
to me, bands like Britney Fox and Kingdom Come should have been 10 times bigger than Rat and Motley and Poison. And it's not that I love all those bands, but these musicians were way, way better. Their song structures were way better. They had more feeling, more meaning to their music than just chicks in Sunset Strip. I mean, it was just unfair. And they'd say, well, it got watered down. No, it didn't get watered down. You were just not going to have anybody that wasn't in your original Sunset Strip clique as a record company. And that's it. Just be honest with it.
Do you think, though, that some bands refuse to bend over for the record companies so they don't get pushed? Where the bands
probably. I mean, you got to remember, you had L.A. Guns, you had Dangerous Toys, you had Guns N' Roses, who obviously broke the mold. Some of these guys were not going to play the mascara game. They were, denim and leather, and yeah, they had long hair, but it was tattoos, motorcycles, and whatever. Some of them, L.A. Guns and Guns N' Roses, managed to hold their own. Someone like Dangerous Toys, not so much. But that doesn't mean Dangerous Toys wasn't good. So yeah, I mean, you could stand your ground, but what are your alternatives? Because these were not rich people. I mean, they couldn't just go produce their own albums.
No, especially back in the day, because it was expensive to do. We didn't have the ability just to sit at your home now and do it.
I mean, I certainly can say I admire them for saying, "No, that's not me." But that's to my loss and their own financially and their career and mine, because they were a one and done and I never got to watch them grow. But, it is what it is.
Well, it's much easier to be an independent artist these days than it was back
Sure,
then.
they didn't have YouTube channels. They didn't have Spotify and, Apple Music and all this stuff. They didn't have home studio software. I mean, look at that Winger 7 album is one of the greatest albums I've heard. And that was all done in Kip Winger's house, with software like we use, Pro Tools and stuff like that. I mean, they didn't have that option. You had to have that record company. Without it, you were dead in the water. I mean, there'd be the occasional band, like Metallica, who Garage Days and all that stuff, who were, made it out of their garage or basement through just grit and playing the dives and everything. But for the most part, it was who you knew and who you could impress record label wise. And some of them even got signed to big labels, but didn't get pushed because somebody else came out a week later that they liked more. I mean, it was just a horrible, horrible circumstance for these bands. But I would not want today's bands list of options over yesterday's, because with anything like YouTube, like Facebook, like Instagram, like TikTok, like whatever you're using to get exposure, there's also 999 other bands doing the same thing. So if you think it was tough in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s to get noticed, playing clubs by a record executive, think about how hard it is now, when I could literally go to YouTube right now and say modern rock independent band, and the search would be endless.
Yeah, it's a different world we live in, that's for sure. But is it better? No, probably not.
It's not better. It's not. It's, as much as I just talked about how unfair it was to some of these bands, they still, when they earned it, they earned it. Nowadays, you got to cheat, steal, borrow, backtrack, run shit through AI, every shortcut you could possibly take to get noticed. And if you get noticed, the record company only cares for one release. They do a 360 contract. They own you, your rights, your publishing rights, your likeness, and you make, pennies on a frickin' dollar for what? I don't know.
Yeah. Pennies.
Yeah. So, yes, the best times are behind us by far, and so is the best music, unfortunately. But as long as bands like Tyketto do not sell their soul to modern music and continue to put out true rock and roll like this, I'm a happy camper.
And you know what, Rob? As long as people like you and I exist, the music lives on.
Damn right. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Check out Tyketto's entire catalog. Jump on Facebook. Say hey to Danny Vaughn. He's the greatest human being you'll ever want to know. And until next time, thanks for watching.